Pre-United States history. Around 1600 AD. Part 1. Maine. By 1600, the region was home to Algonquian-speaking tribes, including the Abenaki, Penobscot, Passamaquoddy, Maliseet, and Micmac, who formed the Wabanaki Confederacy. South Carolina. By 1600, approximately 15,000 to 20,000 Native Americans inhabit the region, speaking Siouan, Iroquoian, and Muskogee languages. California. 1602, Sebastián Vizcaíno mapped Monterey Bay, inspiring later Spanish colonization. Massachusetts. 1602, English explorer Bartholomew Gosnold names Cape Cod and establishes the first trading post in Massachusetts. New Hampshire. 1603, English explorer Martin Pring becomes one of the first Europeans to explore New Hampshire. Maine. 1604, French explorers Pierre Duguay and Samuel de Champlain established the first European settlement on St. Croix Island, naming the region Acadia. West Virginia. 1606, King James I's Virginia Company charter included present-day West Virginia. Virginia. 1607, April 26, 3 ships, Susan Constant, Discovery, Godspeed, carrying 104 English settlers arrive. May 13, Jamestown established as first permanent English settlement in North America. Leadership includes Captain John Smith, Captain Christopher Newport, and George Percy. Maine. 1607. The English Popham colony was founded near Phippsburg but failed after one winter, leaving Jamestown as America's first permanent settlement. Maryland. 1608. European contact. Captain John Smith explored the Chesapeake Bay, documenting native settlements. Pennsylvania. 1608. Captain John Smith explored the Susquehanna River. Virginia. 1608. John Smith explores Chesapeake Bay and establishes trade with Powhatan tribes. Smith allegedly saved by Pocahontas, Matoka, daughter of Chief Powhatan. Delaware. 1609. English explorer Henry Hudson sailed into Delaware Bay while seeking the Northwest Passage. New Jersey. 1609. Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch, explores Newark Bay and claims the region as New Netherland. New York. 1609. Henry Hudson, employed by the Dutch, explores the Hudson River, enabling Dutch claims. Vermont. 1609. Samuel de Champlain explores Lake Champlain, allies with Abenaki against Mohawk, and names the region Verdmont, Green Mountain. Virginia. 1609 to 1610. The starving time. Severe famine during winter. Colonists resort to cannibalism. 312. Population drops from 500 to about 60. Delaware. 1610. Captain Samuel Argall named the bay and river after Virginia Governor Thomas West, Lord de Lawar. New Mexico. 1610. Governor Pedro de Peralta moved the capital to Santa Fe, making it the oldest continuous state capital in the U.S. Built the Palace of the Governors, oldest continuously used public building. Virginia. 1612. John Rolfe develops profitable tobacco strain. New York. 1613. Juan Rodriguez, of African-Dominican descent, becomes the first non-native resident of Manhattan. Connecticut. 1614. Dutch explorer Adrian Block became the first European to sail up the Connecticut River, establishing trade relations with the Podunk tribe. He mapped the coast of Long Island Sound and reached at least as far as the confluence of the Park River, modern Hartford. Massachusetts. 1614. Captain John Smith maps the New England coast and promotes colonization. New Hampshire. 1614. Captain John Smith lands at the Isles of Shoals, mapping the coast for future English colonization. Rhode Island. 1614, Dutch explorer Adrian Block arrived, further mapping the coastline including Narragansett Bay and Block Island, named after him. Massachusetts. 1616 to 1619, a devastating plague, likely introduced by European fishermen, wipes out approximately 90% of the coastal native population. New Hampshire. 1616 to 1619, European diseases devastate the Abenaki, killing thousands. Rhode Island. 1616 to 1619, Wampanoag decimated by an epidemic. Virginia. 1619, first Africans arrive, about 20 Angolans sold as indentured servants. Virginia. 1619, House of Burgesses established, first representative assembly in America. Massachusetts. 1620, November 11th, Old Style the Mayflower lands at Provincetown with 102 pilgrims seeking religious freedom. December 21st, New Style pilgrims sign the Mayflower Compact, establishing self-governance. December, Plymouth Colony is founded at the site of the abandoned Patuxent Village. Massachusetts. 1621, Squanto, Tisquantum, a Patuxent native who spoke English, teaches pilgrims survival skills. First Thanksgiving celebration between pilgrims and Wampanoags. Maine. 1622, the province of Maine was named in a land grant to Sir Ferdinando Gorges and John Mason. Michigan. 1622, French explorer Étienne Brule becomes the first European to see Lake Superior. Virginia. 1622 to 1646, Anglo-Powhatan Wars. Powhatan attack kills 347 colonists, 1622. Conflicts continue until 1646, when Powhatan power is broken. Connecticut. 1623, the Dutch West India Company established regular fur trading in the region. Massachusetts. 1623, Plymouth Colony establishes America's first trial by jury system. New Hampshire. 1623, first permanent English settlement established at Odiourne Point, Rye, and Hilton's Point, Dover. New York. 1624, Dutch West India Company establishes New Amsterdam on Governor's Island. Fort Nassau, later Albany, is built.